Good morning. I'm continuing my board book Upcycle series, which is a December daily series. We're on day 30, folks. So, we've been through 2 and almost a third. And we're going to end even, meaning I have the 30th and the 31st. And I have the 30th and the 31st. And so the final day will be the binding, maybe. And maybe a quick flip through. All right. So I've got a lot of things going through my mind. I'll probably just be blabbing while I'm creating. But what I was thinking about in the shower today was, like, what am I going to do? So, what I was thinking, we're almost near the end, and I haven't done anything on a double spread this way. So, here's my chance, right? So, that doesn't mean I know what I'm going to do. Let me do this though. I did this last time just to hold my book down until I get rolling. Let's see. Maybe I'll just do that for now. It can be on the very edge. There we go. And I'm going to have to keep you in mind. You know what? Let me just do this. So technical, right? Let me back up the camera a little. Is that all right? Just barely. Okay. Okay. Not sure. That has pretty nice colors if I decide to keep the background. This has a little of that too. You've seen me use that. So when I was thinking about it's going to be portrait orientation, I was thinking that the things that make me think about portrait orientation is like long, thin. And long, thin could mean ribbons. I don't know that I have any ribbons that are super inspiring. I also don't want to get too bulky. I don't want to get too bulky. I don't know. I'm not really feeling ribbons today, though. I might as I go along. All right, I'm going to stop rummaging because it's not fun to listen to, I'm sure. All right, so what about if I start like this and I do strips and not worry about that there's dragonflies there. So let's do this. So my husband pointed out to me that the reason sometimes my rips are unsuccessful is because there's a bow in this table. This is just a little fold-up Walmart. I call it a flea market table. I guess it's not a card table because card tables are typically square. And I also know I don't always press down and move my hands to press on the longer sheets. No big deal. I'm going to do those. I really can't tear this. That's how strong it is. So I'm going to just maybe do some long strips and figure it out. Figure out how I want to have them in there. All right, that's good enough for that. Okay, this and this. Okay, so let's get rolling. I did see these and I thought, well, that kind of goes the right direction. That's a nice run. It's a nice long run of notes. All right, well, let me start with that. And something will come to us. It's kind of a little bit of a test of faith that if you start, you'll figure out how to proceed and how to end. Now I know why I don't do it this way. All right. And I'm just going to use matte, I'll probably use glue stick and matte medium, excuse me, if I can find my glue stick. It's so cold in here that, believe me, I did not take any extra kind of time to clean or organize. I just get up and leave. All right, sorry. And I'm not seeing it. All right. Tell you what, we're using matte medium because we don't know where our glue stick is. Oh, this is nice too. In case I need more. It is a wintry day in North Carolina. Oh, I found my glue stick. It was supposed to snow last night, and it did. Where I am, I don't even know if it even snowed a half an inch before it turned to sleet and everything. I'm in the eastern part of North Carolina. But it was kind of nice. I told my son, you know, if you want to see the snow, you better go out before you go to bed because it'll probably be gone in the morning. And it is. I mean, there's some white frosty looking stuff that I assume is just really actually sleet. Oh my goodness. All right. I'm going to move this away from here because you can see that it was ripped from there. Just so that your eye doesn't want to make that connection. And maybe we'll have some of the notes going the other way. I was looking for a fourth one, but I don't think there is one, so I'm going to leave it. I know I can get more, but, you know, I'm not going to force it. So I got a little surprised when we went out the other day to work. I went to sign on my Spark app. That's the app for working for Walmart. And my account was deactivated, which meant I couldn't get into my account and I couldn't work. And of course, we were at the gas station filling up, which meant we were putting money in, expecting to make it back. And when I called and said, hey, I'm deactivated, what's going on? They said, well, you have to file an appeal. And I'm like, what do you mean file an appeal? I don't even know what you're saying I did wrong. And that's how it works. That's literally how it works. You have to file an appeal with whatever you think the issue is, or just say, I'm appealing, I don't know what the issue is. And then they'll get back to you in 7 to 21 business days. So that was a shock, because it meant that money that I rely on making every day was definitely not going to come in. So my husband was riding along with me, and he you could tell when his blood pressure goes up. So I just smiled at him and said, we're going to do Instacart today. And he was like, wow, you're taking this really well. And I'm like, well, you know, we've seen some screwed up things working for Spark. You know, the app doesn't work, or nobody can help you, or there's a glitch. And, you know, you really can't get any good old American help, if you will, many times calling the phone. And you can tell everybody's on some kind of script. And I mean, eventually everything works out, but you could have a problem while you're checking out. You know, your app could go wrong, and then you're there at the checkout with people behind you. Sorry, I had a little landslide. With people behind you, and your cart full, and oh, sorry, well, I guess you gotta cancel your order, and here's, instead of getting $20, here's $2 for showing up. You know, just sometimes weird stuff like that. And you know, that's just technology, and my husband hates technology, so he's already for something to go wrong. He's ready for something to go wrong, but he's like aghast when something goes wrong. And so we did Instacart, and we did okay. I mean, with Spark, I can usually shoot for trying to make $100, and if it's not a good day, I just come home. And with Instacart, I think we made $40. We might have made $60. I don't even know. But, you know, we had to switch gears, and, you know, next thing that's all kind of in question, what your income's going to be. And so I told him that I just decided if it was going to be screwed up, I wasn't going to have a heart attack over it. And just going to deal with it, you know, and just not have that stress be part of my day. Now, one thing that we do as a couple that I think is really great is it's kind of like we take turns, you know. If one person's stressing, the other person's got the stiff upper lip. And so I think that was just my turn to have the stiff upper lip. And then you get home and you start thinking, well, it might be 2 weeks that I don't have this income, and it might be forever if whatever they decided I did wrong, they could just say, oh, we're done, thanks. It's really like that random. So, you know, now, so then I get in panic mode now, privately, you know. I try not to get him upset. And I try not to give him enough information to get really upset. Because, you know, there's nothing we can do about it. So, yesterday we headed out really early, and we spent all day. We ended up doing okay. And then today's a snow day, so we're going to try and get out early again. Because maybe people don't want to go out, and they're realizing that they don't have whatever. Got a little crazy yesterday because with the storm coming, You know, everybody all of a sudden has to go to the store and get their stuff. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just, you know, just going with it. So if I think about it at the end of this video, I'll turn everything around and show you what the equivalent of a snowstorm is here, where I am. But the birds are appreciating little bird feed in the feeders. So the other thing we were talking about is like maybe then I need to switch over to, I mean, it's good not to have all your eggs in one basket, but maybe I should switch over to really looking at Amazon driving. Now, I am an Amazon driver also, but I've only done it a couple times. And the reason being is the warehouse is like an hour away. Hey. So with the warehouse an hour away, I have to drive those miles to get to the warehouse before I start making money. And then with Amazon, you don't know where you're going to end up. Like you don't know where your route's going to take you. So you still might end up like 60 miles from home. And it's a crapshoot. There's no way of knowing it. You just say that you want to work for 4 hours at such and such price, whatever. So I did that a couple times to get the experience. And the mileage was just okay. But really wasn't the best. I've done DoorDash. I've done Uber Eats. And Walmart was our thing, really. I guess we have 5 Walmarts near us. We have 2 superstores and 3, I guess they call them neighborhood markets, where it's just mostly groceries. And that was working out well. Yeah, you see what I did? I put these things on, but I didn't put any of the napkin. I wonder if I don't want any of the napkin. It's a good color for it. I don't know. It's funny, I really want to turn this. I want to turn it around. Guess that's my automatic go-to. Maybe these lines will help me with my eyes wanting to go up and down. I don't know what I'm saying. feel like the sun's trying to come out. Did it get brighter in here? Do you know? I also changed my light bulb. I had some kind of fluorescent energy saving light bulb and I felt like I could never see out here. All right, I'm liking all of this. What do you think? Can you still see it? I'm gonna look through some things. Look how nice that looks. I don't really like working into the fold, but oh, okay. I'm trying not to just cover up everything I just laid down. We're going to have crease problems. I can tell you that already. That's all right. Not all right. Okay. Try and get this a little more secure. And then I'm going to hit it with something. Oop. Oop, oop. So that's where we're at, day by day, and you know, I kind of was really proud of myself for how I took that news. You know, I just said, you know what, we're just going to move on with our day, and you know, there are no guarantees, and larger corporations can basically say you're an at-will employee when they employ you like that. And I mean, I guess that's what comes with that. You know, that's what comes with it. You want to be somebody who wants to work when you want and doesn't want to work when you don't want and wants to just leave in the middle of the day. That's a convenience that a lot of employers, obviously, you know, they can't run their business with employees that do that. I already did all that in my life. I already did the showing up and answering to people. And you know, if some computer says I did something wrong somehow with how I checked out, or a delivery that wasn't on time, or I don't even know what, because I have what they call excellent metrics, meaning, you know, I do all that stuff right. Okay, so now I'm actually thinking about breaking out an art book and finding something that fits in there. I have stuff flying all over the place. I cannot even begin to tell you. And that wasn't even, that avalanche wasn't even stuff I'm using right now. I guess it's stuff I did use. All right, so in case you don't know, I have these books from Sotheby's. They're auction catalogs. I don't know if they're auction catalogs, if they're like, this is what's going to happen or this is what did happen, but they're from auctions. And so I use them a lot. And I was kind of actually thinking of this one because it's got these great larger pictures. Now, any picture I choose is going to have to, unfortunately, have a slice. It's kind of neat. It's a lot of fussy cutting though. That is too. Look at that. This one I already used. Oh, look at him. He's a possibility. So is he, except he's facing the wrong way. I'm trying not to put my book in that big blob of matte medium. Ah, this is the one. Maybe. Let's see. It's grapes. Camellias. So I have this awesome camellia bush outside. It's blooms December, January, February. All the blooms have turned brown because of the freeze. Such a wonderful surprise though when I first moved in and it got to be winter. Look at that. I'm thinking this. Yeah. All right, I'm not going to make you watch me cutting this out. I'm going to put you on pause. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. All right, I almost did this upside down. Okay, so what do you think, guys? So you already know I'm going to have to chop off somewhere. Or, see, I don't want to bring it down like this. I could. Do like this. Well, I don't know. Maybe I picked the wrong thing. Maybe I could. Maybe I could cut it. All right, let's try this. You know, it's funny, I didn't get all in here because when I started to fussy cut, good things were not happening. But maybe I can deconstruct them a little bit so that most of them, I'm not cutting somebody's head off. I am going to have to cut into this guy's wing, but maybe we can camouflage that. Maybe I'll do like that. Okay. So. Now, if I go along here, might be all right. I want to tell you, our birds are having such a great time out there with our bird feeder. That makes me feel good. I don't know. Am I in camera? I don't know. gonna cut that one off. A little landscaping. Let's see. Okay, so I'm okay with a slice here, I think. I think I can make that happen without too much pain. I could angle it a little. Oh, I want to keep the tail in. Okay. Ouch. All right, so now one thing I want to do here is I want to try and brighten up right behind where everything's going to go. Before I put it down, so that there can be like a glow coming out, if you will. So I'm going to use this ochre. Probably the one thing I learned from high school art was that purple and yellow are complementary. They're opposite on the color wheel. And so when you have purple and you put yellow with it, it's very striking. That's what I learned. So there's that, and I want to add white. And I'm going to end up with a huge amount left, and we'll just spread around. Sorry. Because I don't want it to be too dark of a yellow. Give me a minute. It is almost too dark. All right, so that's that makeup brush from yesterday that I tried to use for something. It's not really saving my fingers any right now. It's okay. Okay, so yeah, I think I can do that. I feel like I could almost just plop the magazine right in it and it'll stick. All right. I have to get this right because I want the tail to fit on the page. There we go. Probably need a little. See, the tail's not quite on. I'm gonna see if I can move this guy still. Yeah, I can. Okay, gotta get that down. Oh, oops. Okay, that's pretty good. Uh-oh. Okay, we'll see. Just little bits. You gotta, it's really sweet, I guess, at this point.
Yeah.
That's our excitement. Oh gosh, that didn't come out right. Let's see. There he is. You didn't expect me to wait till the paint dried, did you? Yeah. Okay. Let's see, that's not quite down. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to have a little less gloss on the whole thing. So I'm going to do that. I probably shouldn't have done that while the paint was wet. Maybe. Maybe not. Now I do know this is going to be an issue and it's probably going to end up ripping. And that's okay. Okay, you know what? I need to let it dry. I actually really do need to let it dry. There it is so far, though. I'm going to get ready to go out to work, and I'll finish it up later. There it is. There's our snow. It was quite a bit more last night, but that's about it.